Now, this board right here is the floor for my new hen house. It was laying on the ground. It is 3/4 inch plywood, and by myself I'm going to try to drag it through here on the other side of this pile of stuff right there and onto where I'm building the hen house. It's a job. It was back here and I drug it that far, so now I gotta just woman up and get to it. Well, we're closer. I'm sitting on the new hen house right now, so we're closer. I just a bear getting over that hump of dirt. I tell you, these critters were happy I was here this morning. This guy here, he was out of water, completely bone dry. And everybody in my grow out pen was out of water, bone dry. I don't know what was going on. I have not been able to get here for about 4 days. I was told she already gave them water yesterday over in there, but I know she had a lot on her plate yesterday, so maybe she forgot to check on this one. So they're very happy now. Thankfully I was here early. I went and forgot my phone, so I couldn't call anybody and find out what was going on. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear the splash, and the ducks had a little bit of water in their pools, not much, and it was, of course, filthy. That's what ducks do. 5 minutes after you fill it, it's filthy. But so they've got all fresh water, and they were enjoying it. So, but I think that I may have to get the ducks out of my grow out pen, because I suspect I may have some coccidiosis going on, which, considering I have not been able to get here to kind of, you know, stay on top of things, I guess I'm not too surprised. With the ducks in there, I can't treat it. So I'm going to have to boot the baby ducks out. They should be fine. They're old enough. So I just have to get everybody else penned up and then herd them on out. Don't know what the owner's going to think of it, but I just have to tell her, you know, I can't treat the birds, the chickens, with the ducks in there. I just can't do it. So I'll try and do that tomorrow. I can't call anybody to get them to pick anything up for me, so they're just going to have to wait till tomorrow and I'll deal with it. And I knew that I needed to bring some bleach today for those waters, and I forgot it. Ever have one of those mornings? Forgot my phone, forgot the bleach, and I'm sure there was something else I forgot, but I forgot what that was. So, well, back to hauling some 3/4 inch plywood. Well, there it is, folks. It's on top. However, we have a little problem. Looky that. I got a gap. I had assumed that this plywood was 8 feet long. Well, guess what? I gotta trim this branch. As you can see, we are 7 feet, 9 3/4 inches. So how am I going to deal with this one, huh? Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. You know, it's making do with what you got to work with, and this is what I was told I could use. you know, and I wasn't told beforehand, I was told afterwards. So, you know, just see what I can come up with. Okay. Here's my thought process. I can have it down one end. See, my corners aren't great anyway. And at this piece right here, this end, that's going to be cut out anyway. So maybe trim it down, cut it in half kind of, so that I've got this end completely covered. And then I'll see what I can get out of it to cover the other side. And then at some other point in time, I can always find something different to cover this side where the hammer is. Kind of didn't really want to split it. I don't know, how bad is this corner? Well, I don't know. I mean, it is a hen house. Like I've said before, it's not the Taj Mahal. So, I think that's what I'm leaning towards. I wonder if I've got a moderately straight board to use as a straight edge. Because I don't think I've got a straight edge long enough to mark this board. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards splitting it and having a seam down the middle. Which I was going to have kind of a seam anyway because of the poop area. So maybe it won't be so bad. It would have been nice to have a whole single sheet. But, you know, it is what it is. I think I'm going to split it. Okay, people. The floor is finally on. Now, I'm assuming that I'm going to have to come up with something to put here, and on the other end, that's 3/4 inches thick, just like the plywood, so that the flooring, the studs, 2x4s, whatever, are going to be level with the rest of it. So maybe I can get enough off of that. We'll see. But floor is on. Now I got to figure out the framing. I got a rough idea on the framing, but I got to get some specifics. I think I want to build my nesting boxes first, so I know how to frame them in. So I got to scrounge for some more wood. Okay, I want to show you one thing I did, is I made sure that my saw teeth were just barely under the edge of the wood, so it wasn't cutting too deep. I don't know if that's exactly right. I could possibly go up a little bit more, but you know, like I said, it's not the Taj Mahal. Alright, now let's get to cutting. Now, I would say that is not too shabby. Nice clean cut. Well, alright, there's a piece there that I stopped the saw too soon from cutting on this side, so I went back at it, and it just kind of dropped off. It's kind of split there, but it's on the bottom. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. I don't have any chicken inspectors coming around and checking it out, so. But other than that, I don't think that's too shabby. Well, something ain't straight. Maybe it's my brain. But maybe now is a good time to put in a disclaimer. I am not a carpenter. I am not a professional. I don't even play one on TV. I may play one on YouTube though. So, isn't it a good thing that this is just a hen house and not Taj Mahal? Oh man. I hope that gap isn't going to cause a problem. Well, I'm going to be putting some bedding in here anyway, so hopefully that'll help it. Wasn't really planning on doing too much until winter. You know, just add some extra insulation, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Because I have a feeling that's going to collect chicken poop. Alright. Well, back to work. Okay, people. The floor is finally on. Now, I'm assuming that I'm going to have to come up with something to put here, and on the other end, that's 3/4 inches thick, just like the plywood, so that the flooring, the studs, 2x4s, whatever, are going to be level with the rest of it. So maybe I can get enough off of that. We'll see. But floor is on. Now I got to figure out the framing. I mean, I got a rough idea on the framing, but I got to get some specifics. I think I want to build my nesting boxes first, so I know how to frame them in. So I got scrounge for some more wood.